It is the Riot. This is our podcast. We've
For
come back
Monday.
from the weekend.
Yay.
And we've started this Monday thing. And the enthusiasm, it's so thick you cut it with a knife.
It's crazy.
Like,
the excitement.
I can't tell you how many times I've had to say to Nikki off air, like, all right, bring it down. Like, calm down a little bit. Like, there's going to be time for all the fun. There's time for all the fun.
It's not bad. You might as well start the week somehow and sometime. And before you know it, it'll be the weekend again.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It'll be just fine.
Yeah, going to get that rash looked at. Going to pay my taxes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is a great week.
Going to, take my car in for service.
Big stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's exciting. Like, all the different things. And, you know what? We don't even cover any of that in the podcast. So,
but what we do cover is...
we talk Lost in Space.
We do.
Tarantula burgers. Anybody know where I can make $50?
Cash.
Cash.
For 1
no taxes.
hour of work.
Right. It gets shadier the more we say it.
the more you qualify that
we
one.
We talk about a Nick Cage garage sale. We play the higher-lower game. Online bakery sticker packs and the Cado.
Which you'll learn about what the Cado is.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
Make sure you join us at Radio U Riot on Facebook and also Radio U Riot on YouTube. Subscribe and follow us at both locations. That way, if anything happens, you're one of the first to get notified for that. And if you want more details on anywhere else to follow us, if you go to riot.radiou.com, that's our website.
Sounds great.
Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Sometimes a bad example is the best example. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Lost in Space. It hit Netflix on Friday. It is a remake of a 1960s show that was made into a 1990-something movie, and now it's a 2018.
Apparently that was enough for Netflix to feel like it needed to come back as something.
I don't know if Netflix, made it or just bid on it.
I'm sure
you know what I mean?
They normally just buy it.
Yeah.
But this one they're really promoting, so maybe not.
Well, let's talk. Ian says, he hit me up on Twitter. He said, they better make a second season or I'm canceling my subscription.
You liked it that much, or was it so
He loved it.
Open-ended?
I haven't been to the end yet. I am now almost 5 episodes through the 10-episode run. I actually, the first episode is very intense, and I wasn't so sure. And it was only at when there was about 15 minutes left in the episode, they managed to grab me where I was like, okay, I am now officially interested in what lies beyond this.
I guess it was I thought it was lighthearted, but no,
very
intense?
I was surprised by just how intense the first episode is. I don't normally get caught up in things, but I will tell you that, it was not what I expected. I thought the same thing. They're like, whoops, we're lost. So let's get out the compass and have a picnic.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's no, is it Judy, I think, is the girl? She gets trapped in ice and she's going to die. And they pretty much are at the point where they think she's going to die. And that's probably what really makes this show so good is you got the mom and the dad, but you've got the 3 quote-unquote kids. And they seem like they range in, I don't know how old Will is supposed to be, but Judy says that she's 18. So 18 to 9 or 10, they are the best part of the show.
Really?
Great characters, very, very good performances, incredibly convincing. And between that and the robot, they got a really good thing going there. Between
good
those
chemistry.
Characters.
It's mostly the robot. But
the mom and dad are kind of they're not getting along, so...
Well, they had to make it like that.
Well, you know what?
I feel like tension.
I feel like I've seen that story a million times, but I feel like the stuff that they're doing with the in-betweeners is way more interesting than what they're doing with the adults in the show. So
you're 5 into Lost in Space.
I like it. And a lot of people that hit me up on Twitter and Facebook over the weekend have liked it too, though I have seen a lot of people that are like me and they're like, I'm halfway through and it seems good. Well, here's Scott.
You're waiting for the other space boot to drop.
Scott says, just finished it. Can't wait for season 2. There you
There's
go.
someone else.
That's something. That's a step in the right direction.
I was going to start an episode on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I assumed Eric was going to pick it to watch because we were watching something together, and then he didn't want to, so I didn't start it.
All right. Well,
but again, every time I turn on a Netflix, like, are you sure? Can we go ahead and just get it going for you?
The end of the first episode was definitely a like,
yeah.
It was good.
Okay.
I have ended up liking it. I think a little more than I thought I would, because
on levels of like, say, all like the Marvel ones.
It's a really different kind of show. That's part of what I like about it. Is just how different it is. It is on the one hand, you're surprised by how perilous it is, and then at the same time, there's kind of a lightheartedness and a fun about it that I pretty much never see on TV anymore. It's always like, the city's going to die. What are we going to do? And I hate my mom, and my dad hated me, and I'm almost dying from these wounds. And this is like...
overload of it.
I can't believe mom and dad are fighting again, but at least we have this alien robot to keep us company. And I'm like...
and that's refreshing, you know?
You know, I get used to that.
The Riot is an award-winning morning show.
It's literally a medal for sucking.
Now that is a medal for trying.
Okay.
Radio U.
Man, we've been so busy this morning. I still have not seen Kylie's post-baby body.
We'll get to it eventually.
It says it's incredible. That's right there in the headline.
Some mornings we really dislike going through our news.
You're just so busy in here, right?
Well, you've had a lot of other stuff. You had a busy weekend.
Yeah, let's talk North Carolina. Durham's Bull City Burger and Brewery. Doesn't that sound good? A big old burger right
nice
now?
Hamburger, yeah.
Where are you at on a tarantula burger, Nikki?
A lot of our listeners sent this to us.
Tarantula burger.
It looks so gross.
You know, during the spring fundraiser, we ate bugs, but we never did get to the tarantula.
We did a battle of the bugs.
Which means we still have a tarantula.
We do. It's in a jar. It's in a can. Like, you pop the lid off of it, and there's a tarantula in there that you can eat.
Once you pop,
yeah,
can't stop.
Yeah, you're not allowed to. I think it goes bad very quickly.
Like 2 days.
Yeah, it does. There's a lot of warnings on that.
So here's the deal. They've done this for 7 years, and you have to sign up to win. They've got, is it 18 people? We'll win a chance to pay $30 for a burger.
Is that winning?
They think it is.
So there's only so many slots for this tarantula burger?
It's $30 if you win to go in and do it. Customers who have won in the past say it tastes mostly like crab or other shellfish with sometimes a bit of a metallic taste. Have you seen... Wait. Okay, wait.
I'm not eating it.
Did we not in this studio
for the fundraiser?
You were no. You were going on and on about how much you wanted lobster, as I recall.
Oh yeah, that I'll eat.
Everybody's saying that this basically tastes like lobster. It's shellfish,
but it's not.
It's not.
It's got that big butt thing, and it's just so weird.
Well, I think what you do is, are you looking at the picture I sent you? You got to just put the bun on top
and forget about it,
and just take some bites. You know
what do they say? Just set it and forget it.
Set it and forget it. Put the bun on there and just let it go.
Now
What is that? It looks like there's a sauce on there with it. I wonder what that sauce is. Okay, it's a Gruyere cheese. Gruyere, sure it is. A secret sauce and a whole oven roasted.
Which is more bugs.
It's a whole oven roasted zebra tarantula.
Ew, that's the one we ordered. So I bet you they got the same can.
Slightly salted and oven baked. I'll bet it is the same thing, isn't it? It's just the same thing. They're basically taking... You can do this
the same
at home.
can.
You can do this at home for $10. You could buy a tarantula, put it on a burger. Done.
Same thing. If you don't win one of the slots for this North Carolina restaurant for the tarantula hamburger,
you can count me out. I'm up for all kinds of interesting burgers that are available on the market today. But I am not interested in the zebra tarantula burger.
Is this because it's exotic meat month? That's what April is? Did you say that? Yeah. Looks like that's what April is.
I did not know that. So, well, okay, here's what I don't understand. If you scroll up, they say they've been doing this for 7 years. If you scroll down, they say this is the second year they've done it.
So which is it? Which is it?
Which one is it? Have they been doing this for 7 years or 2 years?
Don't know. I think they've been doing for 7 years the exotic meat stuff for the exotic meat month.
Okay.
But it's the second year because they've done previous exotic meat month promotions have included alligator, iguana, python, bison, turtle, elk, and more. But the tarantula challenge part of it is only its second year.
I'll eat bison and elk. Sure,
that one you're fine
they're
with.
Close enough to a cow.
Close
That's
enough.
Fine. That's fine. But like alligator, python, no.
An iguana?
Turtle, iguana, nah. I don't want that. I don't want any lizard meat. Like, give me my fellow mammals, and I'm good.
So no lizard, no tarantula. But if you're interested, again, that's the Durham Bowl City Burger and Brewery in Carolina.
It's in North Carolina.
North Carolina.
You don't have to apologize unless you've done something wrong.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't even think straight right now.
This is the worst of the riot. We're very, very sorry.
Something instinctive among radio DJs is just be around one and put your headphones on. You'll watch them all put their headphones on immediately.
Well, I mean,
because when they see one person putting them on, like, well, we must need them on. Put them on.
There must be a reason.
Nikki put her headphones on, and I was like, put them on. Just putting them on.
Well, I mean, we need our headphones on, but you mean I put them on before you did?
Yeah, and as soon as I saw you put yours on, I didn't even think about it. I just put mine on, and then I was like, man, you didn't even think about it. You're like, put your headphones on. If Nikki goes to jump off a bridge, are you going to jump off a bridge?
If I have my headphones on,
if
apparently
Nikki,
you will.
I will. If Nikki goes to Texas Day, Brazil, and doesn't say anything about it, will you?
Oh, you missed out so big.
That's funny because, before you actually went, you had a real different attitude on Friday morning.
I know, it was totally nice.
You had your attitude on Friday morning was like, I don't think I really want.
Well, here's the thing, all right?
Did you buy the card?
No, we did not. And in fact, no one asked me about that. So I don't know if maybe that promotion is just
over.
Yeah, over or just not talked about. But on Friday, Eric and I went to this Texas Day Brazil. It's like a steakhouse, but it's the ones where they walk around with the swords of meat.
Big slabs of meat.
And to me, that was not an attractive selling of this restaurant because...
You're imagining Denny's with people walking around with...
Not really, but I mean, I like meat, but I don't like meat. Like, it's just not... The whole restaurant I didn't want dedicated to it.
Yeah.
But we got there, everybody was so nice. So nice. So nice and friendly.
So how much did you eat?
A lot, even though I feel like if you were to actually put it all out, it'd be like one normal dinner worth. But
you think so?
Because you spread it all out, and then there was like this salad bar, which had a lot of cheese and meats. And then they bring you just other stuff to the table. Like, the extras might have added up for more, but meat-wise, they go around with, like I said...
Meat-wise. That's a great word.
They go around with these swords. You have this little circle that you flip on and off if you
want more meat.
Yeah, like if you want them to come by. And when they start coming by, it is overwhelming. Overwhelming.
But in the best way
because
possible.
Because they're lining up just to bring you like, hey, would you like this or that? And so they shave you off something or you get like a medallion of meat.
So by the time it was over, did you begin, speaking differently? Like, yes, bring the fatted calf before me.
No, but there were a couple things like you wanted and you're like, hey, over here. Like you knew what you did not like out of the rotation.
Meat boy. Shave off some of that chicken for me.
Bring it on over here. It was so good.
Do not be insolent with me, boy. I will call you back later.
The food was really, really good. Again, everybody was so nice. The desserts were really good, which means there was more than one.
Oh, so wait, was the dessert the same way? Dessert boy came by?
No,
we can't ever take Michael to
I wasn't
this place.
sure if it was a part of the... Included with it, and then I found out afterwards it was not, but they'd given us a free dessert, and then the other one we were gladly purchasing, I guess.
The other one? How many desserts
Just
did you need?
Okay. There was two of us. We wanted to try two of them, but it was really nice. I was very impressed with the taste.
How long did Eric go before he had to eat again?
Because we wanted to see like if you could eat so much meat that he wouldn't have to eat the next day.
Yeah.
I think it was probably around dinner.
Okay, so
a little bit before then.
No eating at all on Saturday until dinner.
I don't think he did, so no.
Yeah, but the thing is with Eric, I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but Eric does things like make secret runs to McDonald's.
That's true. He hasn't done that in a while.
There'll be stuff where he's like, oh, hang on, I got to go out to the garage.
When you get the actual hamburgers.
Yeah, like Eric will get a snack on his way to dinner.
Sure.
Kind of stuff. So, I mean,
it was very impressive, though. Very, very good.
And you felt like it was worth it.
It would. Now, I wouldn't go there all the time. I think we decided next time will be his birthday.
Okay.
Just because it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was expensive and a lot of food.
Lots to process.
Did you literally for your body?
How did you feel when you woke up on Saturday?
I felt really good until we had the desserts. Then I was like, well, you know what? We've overindulged. We've overindulged. It's like a little sick to the stomach.
Was it stuff like a bacon flour? Is that their dessert?
No, we had a Brazilian cheesecake.
Oh,
which had
you have my attention.
It was so good. With a lot of caramel, a lot of like a chocolate sauce on the bottom, but it wasn't a melted chocolate sauce. It was almost like a cheesecake consistency of it in different layers.
All right.
And then we had a papaya. It was like a mousse, but it was papaya mixed with ice cream. So it was a very, very different consistency. That was very nice.
That sounds delicious.
It was really good. Couldn't help ourselves. So.
Well, no, because they were helping you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was Friday.
Dessert
we ate a lot.
boy, bring me your Brazilian cheesecake and leave that pound of bacon while you're here. No, I'll just eat it right off the sword.
And I was I did some Instagram stories with it, and I noticed a lot of people like Brazilian food as well.
Sure.
When the meat comes on the stick, you must have quit. What? I don't know what else rhymes with that. I don't know what else.
When the meat comes on the stick, you must have quit.
I don't know what else to go with it.
You know
can't quit?
I'm amazed they haven't tried that in court somewhere yet. I mean, come on.
Your morning, but without yelling, laughing, or music.
Don't deprive me of that.
We wouldn't dream of it. It's The Riot on Radio U.
Man, here's another article about it, and I keep thinking about it. Friday on the show, we were talking about how everybody's all, Facebook's so bad, and Zuckerberg, and whatever. And in the meantime, we're all talking about it to each other on Google Messenger, through Chrome, with our Android phones out, with location services turned on, and Google is reading everything.
And they're just
literally
quietly just behind the scenes while all the Facebook stuff's going on.
Literally reading our mail. So here's another article about Chrome. It is now 60% of people use Chrome for their internet.
Sure.
Like any web browsing at all.
I meant to go back and try Firefox some more because everybody's been touting like, okay, we all moved to Chrome because Safari's weak and Internet Explorer's nothing.
Oh,
and
Nikki, not Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge.
It's worthless. But then when it comes to Chrome, Chrome had its real like heyday and it's been doing well, but it's kind of like for some people it's turned on them where they don't want all that information being sent constantly. And so they said, well, if you want to really have security with your browser, you go back to Firefox.
You are paraphrasing.
But it is what
I'm reading.
It is. Everybody's
saying,
about
like,
doing
hey, you should
that.
go back to Firefox. And you know what I'm doing right now? I'm installing Firefox on my Mac. I want to give it a shot.
I switched over, and I used to love Firefox so much.
Firefox and I were old friends.
It was so nice.
Fox Force 5.
Oh, yeah. But then everybody's like, why aren't you using Chrome? And so I was bullied into Chrome.
Oh, now let's not go and turning ourselves into a Chrome victim here. Like I don't believe that.
Chris, who works here, I think, wasn't he the one who was always like, why do you have this? Why do you have Firefox?
Well, I used Chrome because the thing it did, Firefox does this now too, but the thing it did that I absolutely loved is that it would sync across platforms. So I've got my MacBook that I use for my work stuff. I've got my desktop at home. I've got another computer upstairs that I use. And it was like, man, no matter where I go, there I am.
Yeah.
All my stuff, all together.
It's hard because all of our work stuff is integrated through Google in such a big way. I wasn't sure how Firefox will do with that.
Well, what if I do all my personal browsing on Firefox and then all my work browsing on Chrome? What about that?
You know what?
What?
I'm going to follow with you. I'll download it too.
I'm going to check it out.
Okay.
I just haven't used it in a long time. So, what's it look like?
Something new today.
Yeah,
at
the end of the day, it's just the internet, guys.
Yeah, but it's nice to have something fun.
Yeah, so that'll be something to poke around with. And because we talked about it on the show, that means any web browsing I do on Firefox today is work related.
so you can do it during work hours.
Mm-hmm.
But that is something to think about. I mean, Friday and last week, everything was about Facebook, and we realize all the stuff we sign up for dumps all of our information. And so they were talking about if you do a lot of web browsing, maybe it is best to go back to Firefox.
Maybe I will.
Maybe you are.
I'll think about it. There it is. Welcome to Firefox, it says.
Boy,
and here's their
long.
Here's their privacy policy. Right up front, the first thing they want to do is talk about privacy? That doesn't sound like Google to me.
Leftovers from the most disgusting meal you've ever had. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Nikki, do you know a quick way I could make $50?
$50?
Does that sound weird when you ask it like that?
I don't know. Is it make a bet or something? Or
No. It's just this
work a couple extra hours overtime.
This Friday, we don't have that. This Friday, they're offering at Best Buy and other electronics retailers new video games, and I don't have any money for that. And so
I feel like this is a trap. Like, why is he saying it this way?
Well, I mean, I need to find a way to get some of these green rectangles that people carry around and exchange those. Yeah, and exchange those for products at the local electronics retailer.
That is an innovative idea. We don't normally carry cash.
It's what you Earth people refer to as money. In the future, where I come from, everything's free.
Now, wait a minute. Check your Bitcoin. How much are you going for now? Do you have enough to trade out for a game? I
think it takes about a year or two to get your money out of Bitcoin into actual money.
I mean, you must be surely at like $28 or $29.
Oh, let's not say things like that. Look at that. I'm back at 21. I was down at like 18 last week, and now it's back up to 21.
When you were at 24, weren't you? Or
20? I was all the way up to 29 at some point.
That market fluctuates there.
I should have just taken it out. Should have.
That's what they always say, though. When you invest money in things, you're never supposed to just react
to
it. You're supposed to leave it alone.
Yeah, I saw that Bill Gates says the market's going to crash again, but I think that might have been a clickbait ad. I can't remember. Was it a real headline? I don't know. I'm not sure what to do now.
Well, what game do you want to buy on Friday?
Well, you got a couple of options. This Friday, Nintendo Labo is out for the Switch. That's where you build the cardboard, cardboard things. I don't actually want that. I've heard so many people talk about how excited they are, and I think that is just about the dumbest looking thing.
Now, easy there.
You can make yourself into a cardboard robot for $80. And I'm like, I can do that by going through the dumpster behind the store.
I feel like, yes. But if you're into building things...
Out of cardboard?
No, like if you're a Lego person and you want it to cross over to your Switch.
So it's not Lego, it's Labo?
Yeah, it's totally different. But
this is way better.
The heart of it is you like to tinker with stuff.
I'm just being real right now, Nikki.
What's the other one then?
God of War is out on Friday, too.
Well, all right.
Like I said, I just need to find a
little bit of money.
Quick way to make $50.
Gosh, you just seem like you're jittery. Like I should be worried.
Why?
Well, when someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, man, I just need a quick $50. I'm normally a little hesitant. Like,
so what?
You're on something.
Like I stand out in front of GameStop with a sign, "Will work for games."
Yeah, like you
will work for trade-in credit.
Yeah, like the people at the gas station who are like, you know what? I just need like $5 or $10 to get home, and they're real nervous and they won't look you in the eyes. You're like, you're lying to me.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. My wife and my baby are back. It's over the hill. You can't see it. But
trust
right
me,
now,
they're there.
Like, we're actually from Atlanta, which is a 500-hour drive from here. And if I could just get $25 or $30 from you right now, if I ask for $25 or $30, then I only have to get it from two people.
So maybe you should be at the Best Buy parking lot.
Maybe I should. And you know what? I'll have my hood up, and I'll put a smoke bomb in it.
Yeah, just that way they're like, hey, bud. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy. Hey. So, I don't know. It's fine.
Or, like I said, a little extra couple hours of hard work. Got yourself a game.
I know. That's what, I'm wondering. Does anybody have a job? I need to make $50 an hour, and I'll work for 1 hour.
You want to do landscaping? Or
for $50 an hour? Yeah, sure.
I don't think they pay that much.
Well,
if they did, we'd all be doing landscaping.
Well, what
Just
about
been like a pickup thing or like construction.
Okay, sure. $50 an hour. Like, I'm ready. I'm willing to work 1 hour.
It's not $50 an hour. It's you're working whatever hours to equal up to $50.
Which is why, since we're negotiating salary, I just want to put in an hour and get $50.
Okay.
Okay, I might be willing to work 2 hours.
Maybe.
And then I'll take my quick 100 and go.
He will work an hour and like 10 minutes, but of course you got to pay him for the full 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, like, because I didn't charge you for setup time. Like, I drove all the way over here to this job. Like, I didn't charge you for travel or expenses. I just came in. So that's why you got to pay me 2 hours. What? It's great.
Yeah.
So,
well, phone's ringing.
Toll
a lot
free,
of people offering you.
8772 Radio U. I'll be right there.
You got some options.
Oh, and I need cash because I can't pay taxes on this.
The Riot used to be 3 people.
Please tell me we're not discussing video games again.
The other guy didn't make it. It's the Riot.
So earlier this morning, about 20 minutes ago, I was trying to find a way that I could just make a quick $50. Like, no big deal. Like, cash only.
Sounds fine. No need to worry, guys.
It's not that big of a deal. I just want to buy a video game, and, I need cash. No taxes. And I'm willing to I think we came down on, what did we say? Like, construction work, but I need to make $50 an hour because I'm only working for an hour.
So you got to find a place that's willing to pay you for your job at $50 an hour.
But, Nikki, I'm looking at a cautionary tale right now. The tale of someone that, made a lot of money, more than $50 an hour, and then blew it. Big time.
Did they win the lottery?
No, I was looking at Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah, the list. Man, he's been known for what he's bought.
I'm looking through a list of some of the stuff that he bought. So, like,
and then had to sell because, he owed a lot of money and probably still owes money for taxes.
At one point, he owes $6.7 million or something like that. At one point, he was worth $150 million.
But when you owe so much for taxes, I'm sure that was even all right, we're negotiating a price.
Sure.
Like, I bet you that was the end result. I'm sure he owed more than that.
Well, let's take a look at some of the stuff he bought with his money. $25 million waterfront mansion in Newport Beach, California.
Oh, that sounds nice.
A $15.7 million countryside estate in Newport, Rhode Island. And an $8.5 million pad. That's what they're calling it. Some sort
house?
of a living domicile in Las Vegas.
So apparently, when you make money, you're supposed to start buying property.
Is that right?
I think so.
Here's a couple other things he bought. He got 2 castles in Europe. One in Etzelwang, Germany. Word wang.
Wang.
Another one in Midford, England. Though, in fairness, look at that.
Who's telling him to buy these things?
He made almost $8 million selling it a couple years later after he bought it. So, like, that's something. He also got for himself a collection of shrunken heads. He has a T-Rex skull, it looks like. And he has a comic collection that they say is worth about $1.6 million.
So he has to sell all that stuff.
Including Action Comics #1 valued. He paid $150,000 for it. He also bought himself a pyramid in Las Vegas? No, New Orleans, where I guess he can be buried. Like, and he has an octopus too.
A live one?
Yeah, he paid about $150,000 for an octopus that he keeps in his house.
Gosh, that's wasting money.
Is it?
All of that is.
Well, Nikki,
I think if I ever become that rich, I want to have one home.
No,
and that'd be like just bucking the trend.
Here's the problem.
One home.
Here's the problem. What you don't currently understand. Here's what you don't understand. You don't know what it's like to have that kind of money yet.
And they're like, you need to invest it. You can't let it just sit around.
You don't know what it's like to have it yet. And so you do. You have to start, if you just let it sit, then it's depreciating.
But if not, you have to have a portfolio.
Yeah. And so he didn't want to invest in stocks. He put it into things that are worth things. Like he bought comic books. They're worth a lot.
He should do the one thing, because I know, like, this is old news. He's been trying to sell stuff for quite some time to pay back the stuff, but he needs to do what's his face did? Russell Crowe, The Art of Divorce, the auction that he had.
What, where
he sold a lot of his items, like some of his memorabilia from movies and stuff, and he made, $3.7 million within one auction?
Perfect.
Like, that's what Nicolas Cage should have been doing.
Okay, let's bring it back down to our level. What do I have?
That's a garage sale.
What do I have that I could sell? Like, for example, like this is the pen that I used during the riot on April 16th, 2018.
I'm not sure there's
you think
anything.
It's worth $50?
I'm not sure there's anything.
You don't think
and
this is worth anything?
we're talking mostly just your Blu-ray collection.
Like, hey, here's a tissue that I used during my month-long sickness of 2018. What do what about this tissue?
Might not bring in the same amount of money, but you never know until you try.
Okay. I mean, like, you can have this pen or what? Russell Crowe's sword from Gladiator.
Yawn.
Can't do anything with that, but this pen still writes. Right? The pen is mightier than the sword.
I still think if any of us, and that's including you guys, ever come into a windfall of all the money, just keep it saved.
Well, give it to me and I'll keep it safe.
Right. You're like, hey, who bought a big bathtub?
What? Listen, I'm going. If I would
and a TV.
If I would come into billions of dollars, I would build the eighth wonder of the world, and it would be a shower.
You're hearing it for the first time, and it sounds terrible.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
I feel like we need to get Sydney in here. Let her know that her favorite TV show just got renewed.
Which one? Oh, it's a grown-up show, like Grandpa's show.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is it? Which acronym is it?
Come on, what do you got in there? Come on, you got a couple?
Do I have? Well, CBS.
CBS, America's Most Watched Network.
Yeah, because they got Sydney.
They got Sydney.
That was it. Oh, NCIS.
Boom.
That's it.
Now, okay.
Now, which one? Is there more than one?
No. It's just the original NCIS. Let's play a game, higher or lower. Can you tell me what season they're on right now?
NCIS is?
Yeah.
8th season.
Higher.
10th.
Higher.
13th.
Higher.
It can't be more than that.
It can
How
and it is.
Still alive?
It can and it is.
How are the actors still there?
Season 13 was your last guess. Go.
17.
Lower.
Oh, phew, thank goodness. 15.
Higher.
I thought that was my last one. 16.
Okay.
Season 16 is what they're going into or coming
they're
out
on
of?
15 now, and they just got renewed for season 16.
And people still watch the show.
This means that you could have gone entirely through high school 4 times while NCIS.
You're like almost your school career.
You started in first grade. You're going to graduate from college. NCIS has been on that whole time. It's been there for you through thick and through thin.
We worried about Sydney because one time she binge watched it, and that is not a show you can binge watch.
Oh, I beg. Nikki, Sydney begs to differ.
I feel like that's too long.
Hey, man, when she showed up, I didn't even know about her problem, and we're going to call it a problem, till she showed up at work in an NCIS hat. And when she did, and it's like they wear on the show, and I was like,
why do you have that?
What? You been shopping at the Goodwill? What? And no, she bought it from the official store. It was a birthday present, and she was pumped about it.
You know what? We like. And all of us, we have the freedom to what shows we like. You've been watching Lost in Space.
Well, I want to sit down and talk to Sydney about the way she's going to get typecast a little bit because you know what I watched? You want to talk about old people shows? I liked Longmire.
That was a grandpa show?
I watched it with a friend's grandpa, so that's where I got started on it. I was at his house. His grandpa's watching Longmire, and I was like, pfft,
what's this? This looks good.
I like this. And so I watched that on Netflix, right? Then I get an email over the weekend from Netflix that's like, hey, we got a show you'd like to watch. And I thought, yes, I know, Lost in Space is on Netflix. I'm watching it now. And the email was like, have you seen Blue Bloods?
Oh, no, that's with the one guy.
Tom Selleck. And the other Marky Mark brother.
Donnie. Jurgen suggested that.
That was the suggestion.
That's because Lost in Space mixed with Longmire equals Blue Bloods.
They were like, hey, bro, you need to watch some Blue Bloods.
I also feel like that's been probably on for a while, but maybe I'm just wrong.
Blue Bloods? How many seasons do you think that's been on?
5 or 6?
How many seasons of Blue? You know what we need to do? Instead of typing, we need to get a Google Assistant in here so we can just ask, okay, you know what, Nikki? Higher or lower? How many seasons of Blue Bloods?
5.
Higher.
Oh, 8.
Good job.
Hey,
look at. See, you're getting better at higher or lower.
I'm learning.
You're doing great. Well,
none of those shows interest me at all.
Well, you know what, Nikki? Have you binge-watched NCIS?
Never. I've never seen an episode.
Here's the thing. They're getting ready to wrap up season 15, so that should keep you busy for at least a couple of months.
Gosh, I feel like I would die in my house if I tried to binge watch 15 seasons of something. They're like, well, she was never seen from again.
Do you think that they'll solve it by the end?
And you can always tell who the bad person is because it's the special guest star.
Always.
Like,
Always.
Gonna be?
Always.
It's fine. You watch what you want to watch.
Always.
Send your complaints regarding that worst of the riot moment to Fire Obadiah at RadioU.com.
I don't know what it's called, but I feel like it's spreading, and there's part of me that says, you know what, just shut up about it. Let people have their fun. But when have I ever done that? And when are you going to start something on a Monday?
It's never a good plan.
I'm not going to do it. Okay, there is that app that makes your personal, avatar. So it makes like your own emotes. So you go in and you create your face.
Yeah.
And then you can have stuff where you're like, yeah. And then you can post that on Twitter or Facebook.
In your messengers.
Yeah,
sure.
I hate those things.
Why? What a downer you are with that.
Wait, hang on just a second.
Why don't you want a sticker pack?
First off, you got a little too emotional in there. Like your voice was cracking, not so much emotion you had.
No, that's just because I slept with the window open last night.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what, Nikki? Here's my emoticon. Boo!
Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Boo!
Well, so you're no to the sticker stuff.
I really don't like them. They look okay.
Is
guys,
it when it's someone who does puts their personal stuff on it, or you just don't like them across the board?
Across the board. Like, here's a friend of mine that's like excited about the Blue Jackets, and it's him like, yay! And it's like his little personalized emoticon thing, and I'm like, I know that's supposed to look like you. It doesn't really, but I know it's supposed to. And I get excited. Woo! And I'm just like,
you're just not interested.
Can we not have that? That's some company that they're like, what if we give everybody personalized emoticons and they can send the sticker to their friends and then we can have all their personal information. Sure, it's free. Sign up. Use these. And now everywhere I turn, it was like one day I just saw one and I don't know who, what, where that I know. It was like, I want one and I want one. And now I see them everywhere. I'm like, just stop now. Everyone stop now.
Okay, well, let's all just delete them all.
I'm telling you guys this here on the air because I don't have the courage to tell them to their face.
And you hope they're listening?
Stop it.
You're like, I think he's talking about me.
No, it's not. The funny thing is there are so many. I've seen so many, Nikki. That's the part that bothers me.
Yeah, they become really popular.
So many.
Because if I'm going to send a sticker to someone, it might as well be me with my face.
No, but it's not your face.
Come on, it's fine.
It's a sad representation.
Oh, it's fine.
Wait, you use them too, don't you?
Actually, not too often, but every so often.
You have them too.
Do I?
You do.
I don't think I do.
Yeah,
I don't know if I do.
You and Eric are over there sending each other little personalized stickers.
Little high fives.
Okay.
No, but I do like that sort of side of our world. You know, I like anything that makes it cute.
These are not Snapchat filters, okay? Like they're not.
I like those too.
I know you do, and fine, whatever. But like these are just weird. They look so cheap and generic. Like if you're going to do that, let's invest in an artist and get some real personalized.
No one can afford that.
Which is why we should just say no.
I can only get what's free because I'm just trading them my information. That's all I have to offer. That's it. I'm selling my online soul so I get these sticker packs.
Good. All
and
right.
we know it to be true.
Can we all just hold back on that? Like, this is my line. I finally found my line. You wander around the internet, I'll do anything, I'll whatever.
But you're not doing this?
I'm like, no. I don't want something that kind of looks like me sadly conveying my emotions. No. I'll just go with these memes. I'm comfortable there.
Yeah, how weird is it? You love memes.
I love memes.
But yet you don't want to do that? That's like a sticker meme.
I hate them.
All right. Well, we'll just talk about this another day.
Oh,
I don't feel like you're ready to.
Oh, you know what?
You're
okay.
too emotional.
It's fine. Just repress me some more.
Yes, just stuff
it's cool.
Stuff it back in.
I'll just bottle this up.
The Riot talks about wanting a day off, but when do we get a day off from them?
Whoa! You suck at this!
It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Whoa, where is this? How did we miss this last week? Did you see the 5-pound cinnamon roll?
No, where's that from?
A place called Wolferman's.
Is that in Texas?
It
feels like a Texas thing.
Wolferman's gourmet baked goods. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that they're just an online? They're an online bakery, and they'll just send you stuff in the mail.
Well,
then
you make it when you're at home, or?
I don't know. I should have done more research. I got so excited when I saw it. I was going to talk about the avocado thing,
and then you moved on.
I saw this.
It seems like, because underneath it, when I Google that, this was the largest cinnamon roll that they made, which was 1,149 pounds, achieved by Wolferman's in Medford, Oregon.
Okay, well,
and that was April 10th, 2018.
Here's what they've got. Wolferman's will ship the cinnamon roll to you cold, but it comes with heating instructions, and it's in a heat-safe container. So basically, you take this 5-pound cinnamon roll, put it in the oven, and pretty soon you're eating a 5-pound cinnamon roll.
So they did the Guinness Book of World Record Cinnamon Roll Challenge as a way to celebrate and commemorate the release of the 5-pound cinnamon rolls that we can buy.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
And here's something that I want you to, keep in mind is that I was talking a few minutes ago about how you and I were going to live in the bunker until that Terminator movie comes out. Look, Nikki, we can have cinnamon rolls delivered to the bunker.
Yay, only $50.
No big deal. Well, since we expect the world to go at any time, we'll just keep using our credit cards.
No, just never pay it.
Because you don't have to pay it back.
All right, well, a cinnamon roll, free shipping. Oh, it's the last day for free shipping. Good Lord, what do we do?
Well,
like, you feel pressure, don't you?
Anytime a sale is ending,
I'm sure it'll come back again. But
you have to ask yourself, is that something they say every day? What if every day you go to their website and it just says last day for free shipping? How can we know for sure?
Maybe they haven't updated the graphic.
That could also be true.
We have to use
the
code FRESH.
Fresh.
And then we get free shipping.
Man, a cinnamon roll sounds good.
Why don't we just buy one and then it's a riot thing?
Well, we buy
the next fundraiser. We do a
cinnamon roll
challenge.
And every person that gives $25 a month, we have to eat a 5-pound cinnamon roll.
So we'll freeze it until then.
Okay, great. Actually, let's get 2 and we'll freeze one, but then we'll have one for now.
Oh, and then we'll still have one for now. Can you imagine? Cinnamon rolls look so good.
Can somebody can we schedule some kind of a meeting or something today?
They sell other bakery items. And then you just come in the mail.
Stuff that just comes in the mail.
You can have a bagel assortment. You can have English muffins. You can have sticky buns.
More and more, it seems that the need to leave the house is less and less. Because if they're going to bring stuff like this, I don't have to go out.
So if we bought this, you got a 5-pound cinnamon roll and a 12-ounce frosting packet, which I feel like you never get enough
12
frosting.
12 ounces is not enough.
So maybe if you had a backup
for
bucket,
an extra one.
Yeah, you get something. You almost need more than that.
I really do want a cinnamon. I don't dislike them, but I don't ever hunt down a cinnamon roll. I'll have one. Thank you.
Imagine if we made that during the show.
And then they were just ready.
Just warming up, and then the smell in this room. Normally there's another smell that's not so nice, but this would be a nice smell of a cinnamon roll, a gigantic one at that. Puffing up roll. As we puff up. Because we keep eating it.
Well,
I just can't wait.
You will just order some sweatpants to be delivered. No big deal. Right?
Maybe not even pants form. Maybe just still the sheet.
What about that moo-moo thing we were looking at?
The caftan?
The caftan.
The Riot spent their entire advertising and promotion budget on catering and craft services.
The junk that guy eats has finally caught up with me.
So please tell your friends. It's The Riot on RadioU.
So are we talking about the Cotto now?
You know, Nikki, I feel like you need to talk about the Cotto because I feel like you have really connected with this.
No, it's just I wasn't sure. Now, if you're like, you guys talk about food too much, this is about museums and food.
It just Nikki and I have a huge love of museums, and it just happens to be a food museum.
Well, if you saw, the big Instagram-worthy Museum of Ice Cream, which was it's a traveling museum. Yeah, where you can go in and jump in the sprinkles or do this or do that, and everybody likes to go and take pictures. And if you're a fan of avocados, well, then you're in luck because an immersive pop-up museum, which is what the ice cream one was, it's an immersive pop-up museum, will be opening in June in San Diego, and that will be called the Cotto, and that is dedicated to California avocados.
So 6,700 square feet, 7 rooms, and large-scale interactive art installations.
And it'll be basically made out of 16 shipping containers. That makes the museum. So it's entirely mobile. So I'm sure just like the Museum of Ice Cream, it will pop up in different places in California. So it'll start in San Diego. And then the entire experience is described as traveling through an entirety of an avocado from skin to fruit to core. And that's what it's going to be for the Cado.
So they'll have things that are sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. And okay, I don't dislike avocados, but I do feel like the avocado in general is a little overrated. Like, people talk about it like it is.
Well, it's the breakfast of our generation.
I guess. Like, I mean,
avocado toast.
I like avocado toast. I'm not saying it's bad, but I feel like
it's no cinnamon roll, but
maybe that's my problem.
You're more of a cinnamon roll man, and others are avocado toast man, and that's fine.
That might be the heart of the problem, actually. Like, I feel like the cinnamon roll is underrated, and the avocado is overrated.
It'd be fun to see, and obviously a lot of this stuff, these pop-up museums really are about you and social media.
Yeah.
So you're going to go, but the Cado will be dedicated again to California avocados, and that will open in June for San Diego.
Okay. San Diego is too far for us to go to the Cado. But seriously, let's say that this museum is within a 15-mile drive.
I would go.
You would?
Yeah.
Would you like
just
you
for
would?
the picture?
We say that we would.
I probably would.
Well, okay, but could you get enough of a picture outside to make it feel like it was enough? So you went,
okay,
parked,
maybe I will do that.
Took a picture of yourself with the sign, and then you just left.
As long as you checked in, you're fine.
Because as you'll recall, you didn't buy a mini house, but you took a picture of yourself with a mini house.
I've done that at Disney too. I'm like, hey, I'm not going in. Nikki, you just take the picture outside of the shopping center.
Nikki went to Disneyland and took a picture of herself outside and left.
I also went to Disneyland and went in one time, but who can afford to go so many times?
That's a good call. And wasn't it like 105 degrees on the day you went?
That's the day I went in.
Yeah.
That should have been the picture-only day.
That was a good choice.
Well, it was 101.
You know, whatever. At that temperature, you might not know this, but thermometers cease actually working.
And actually, at that temperature, you might know this, but Nikki gets a little grumpy.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
I still have not seen Kylie's post-baby body.